Thanks for staying with us. So there's a story online that caught our attention. It's about a police officer who allegedly, forcefully had carnal knowledge of a 17-year-old girl who was detained in their police division. He was apparently, according to the reports, recorded by his female colleague. He was said to have unlocked the cell, taken the teenager to the admin department where he reportedly took advantage of her. Now, the story is that the lady police officer who also recorded the incident has been unlawfully dismissed and her husband demoted. Now, we tried to reach out to the PPRO of the state who said he would get back to us, although we know that there's a press release from the PPRO also stating to us exactly their own perspective of after investigation. So according to the press release from the police, it says the police officer, instead of reporting the incident to the DPO or the incident duty officer, as the case may be, for disciplinary actions to be initiated against the hearing officer, took advantage of the situation to enrich herself by calling her husband, AP Inspector Ibrahim Mohammed, and Yibla, who conspired with her to unlawfully demand the sum of 1 million naira from the surgeon to assist to conceal the matter. Now, there was a video which came out, she said, where she was denying that she had never tried to blackmail him with that video. Said that the surgeon afforded to offer only 45,000 naira. Satisfied by his offer, they decided to report the hearing officer to the DPO and also share the video on social media. So that is the perspective of the police. So it's either somebody is lying, and then there's the case of the rape that for whatever reason has not been mentioned, or the alleged rape. This whole thing. Alleged rape, that's for whatever reason have not been mentioned. This whole thing. So
there was video.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that it's still an allegation because we didn't see the action. We only saw some bits of what I mean. I didn't see the. I only saw the nakedness. We saw but we didn't see the act. I didn't see the act. We just saw the nakedness. However, it's an important conversation because recently I completed my course with the police. It was one of the reasons why I took that course because I needed to understand why police is one of the most hated, misunderstood, disliked units in our Nigerian in our law enforcement democracy. And I'm thinking, what exactly are they supposed to be doing? How do they? What's the law that sets them up? What are the ethics of their profession? What are the guidelines they use to carry out their duties? So I wanted to have that information. That's why I went to take that course, because I need to understand. But when we see things like this, it's quite disturbing because you feel that the police are trying to clear the system, but there are still those people who are still doing things like old.
Their name.
But what are your thoughts on this? Let me come to you, because we're all mothers, and even the woman was saying in the video that she also has a daughter. The reason why she couldn't hide it was because she has a child too, and there was no way she was going to sweep this under the carpet. Let me hear your thoughts. For those of you watching us, you can call us on 081 0674 1679 090 241 63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your messages.
It was heartbreaking. Yeah. This happened in my hometown, in South Ibia in Edo State. That's where I'm from. And so when I saw the news trending, I took interest. I followed it till only for me to hear. I was waiting to hear where the officer in question has been sacked and is made to face prosecution for rape of an underage, which is a strict offense, a life sentence. You know, I was waiting for that, so because it would deter. We sit as lawyers, I'm sure Amaka would have heard a lot of times how people will claim to have been molested. If you're picked at a red light district, whether you the red light performer or you were just passing through, for wandering, you're most likely to have been molested before daybreak. So you see people begging, they don't want to be arrested, whereas this is a normal civil thing. If you're picked up and you have not been charged to court, you should be safe in the police station. Sure. But you're likely...
Underage?
Yes.
I was shocked.
Thank you. You're likely to have been molested before daybreak. Somebody shared an account of her being told to clean up the police station, sweep it, clean it. You're a suspect, not an accused, not a convict. So you are just being accused. You're going to have your day in court. It's only the court that can rule on a hardship for you, a punishment for you. And we see these anomalies within our police station being reported and untreated.
Yeah.
Now, the worst case scenario is this one, where a police officer can pick a young girl from the cell who, of course, doesn't have a say, rape her, and then release her. In this case, she was not only picked raped, when the matter was being, because the woman now has a video, you can see the officer in the initial video slapping the woman, trying to get the phone off her, and she was like, you want to get me in trouble? You pick this girl, you want to put me, it's you that want to put me in trouble. That was the altercation they had. And she, according to her account, had sent it out, which is good, thank God, because I would have hated that they deleted it before he sent it out. Sent it out, sent it everywhere, publish it. You know, so that there's no, they were made to face the crime itself. Right. And that crime is now being downplayed for other things like, you know, she was blackmailing him. That is a separate crime.
Yeah, it's a different one.
I would like to put interest in that one later. I'm not saying it's small, it's huge. That means, you know, she in some way has collaborated.
Of defilement here.
Yes, that's a serious case of defilement. Yes, she might have. Other people she gave it to might, okay, don't worry, we'll talk to her, we know her. That can be further investigated. But the huge crime of abusing a child who should be safe. Imagine you're running from a riot or anything at night and decided to stay in a police station.
Imagine your fate.
Hey. I'm telling you, the other day, you know, a police officer in Bagada area here was, you know, investigated. He was even caught. The girl who had lost her phone was raped in daytime, not nighttime, not be during the night and morning. Called in, she wasn't a suspect, forcefully raped, and the officer wanted to get away with it. Okay, so this is a serious crime itself, and I would like that beyond this PR we are reading from Edo State Police Command, something more serious. Under the watch of the commissioner in Lagos, we had police officers who stood their criminal trials in court for crimes they committed in the line of duty. So you cannot wear your uniform. Was wearing his uniform halfway in the video. Yes, that should bother the PRO of
we were the job of we'll come to her in a second. Let me come to you, Amaka. What are your thoughts on this?
So, like she has said, that part of the fact that what was done was wrong, you're not saving the police station and everything, right? But there's also talk about the fact that the female police officer stayed there throughout the time this thing was happening and recorded it. What stops her from raising an alarm? Because I want to believe that they were just not the two people in that police station, right? So the time that she took to record this whole video, where they were molesting this girl, what stops her from raising an alarm, jumping in and taking charge?
How?
How she have proven herself?
Let me help you. Let me help you. She didn't see the video. So she comes in with her phone camera on. The little girl was already covered up, but she couldn't get up.
Floor,
her face was down on the seat, facing on the couch. Her face was facing the back of the couch. This officer was trying to get dressed. So she did not catch them in the
doing
act.
it. They were done.
The officer was trying to get dressed, and she went to the young girl. Hope you never do him. He said he do small. He said he enter. He said yes.
Yes, we saw
he enter finish. He said yes. So she did not witness the act, but she came in concerned, and it shows in that video, the original one I watched, because she went to the girl. When the officer was beating the camera off her face, she went to the girl. She said, he enter. He enter finish. He said yes. That thing broke me to pieces.
So wait. So
and so it's good that she caught that on camera, because if she didn't have a camera view, that man will say a word against it, and he will insist she's trying to victimize him. Unfortunately, they released the girl before the DPO resumed. So there was a cover-up after.
Let me come to BC. Your thoughts on this? I'm going to shut
what was most heartbreaking for me is the diversion of this case. It's been diverted from the issue that we should be handling. The issue, which is a girl was defiled, allegedly, but from that video, it happened. And no consequences, like Nima has rightly said. We are not hearing that this police officer who did this has been either suspended, has been punished, has been sent to prison. We're not hearing any of that. We are not hearing that somebody is trying to extort you. That is a totally different case, and that should be handled later. What of the policeman? What of the girl? What's the situation of the girl right now? Where is the girl? What has the police done to compensate the girl and the family? Have they taken her for therapy? Have they done tests for her? Have they tried to preserve her sanctity in some way? Nobody's saying anything. We're saying somebody sat down and blackmailed and wanted to collect 1 million. Does the man she wants to collect 1 million for, does the man have the 1 million naira? So those are not issues we should be facing at the moment. A crime has been committed, and we've had over the years many people who have altercations or interactions with the police who always tell you these things happen. It happens is either you are being brutally abused, you are being raped, the police is not seen as a safe space where people can come in and get their issues resolved. If anything happens and night catches you and you're looking for police station to stay, people will tell you you are on your own, especially if you are a woman. Right. We've seen where people have been raided for different crimes and barged into the police, and then they come out and all the women have been touched overnight. You know, those are issues that we need the police to look into. And the way they are doing this case and cover, it seems like there's planning to be a cover-up on this issue. And if that cover-up actually happens, you are still degrading the name of the police. Yeah. A typical Nigerian will not, you know, have faith in the police because these things are still happening in 2024. We're still having issues like this where you cannot trust the police. Please, they need to do something. That particular man, we need to see him. We need to see the sort of punishment.
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we're going to take this a bit further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.